So listen up. Ayo, I got a theory. Because the word Akata seems to be a mystery. People say they know, but what about the history? Who am I? But some call me Iyore. I'm Nigerian, but I'm from America. So this is 5 minutes with an Akata. Wahie, my people, black people, good people, all peoples. In today's quest to learn more about the word Akata, I speak to the best darn cook, nutritionist, fitness trainer. I'm talking about none other than my big brother / father. Bella. We only got 5 minutes. Oh yeah, let's get into this. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of 5 Minutes with an Akata.
No problem.
All right, so the first question is, do you know what the word Akata means?
No, I do not.
Have you heard it at all? Have you ever heard someone use it?
No.
Okay. What if I told you that typically when people use it, they typically use it like they're talking about an African American, or let's say like maybe dad would come to you and be like, don't go dating an Akata, or don't come home with an Akata. What would be your thought process of like what that even means?
I never heard of it, but maybe it sounds like somebody bad.
Like a negative word?
Yeah, yep.
So give me a little bit about your background. You're the firstborn, but yeah, just share a little bit about your background as it relates to being a Nigerian.
I was born here in 1976 in Portland, Oregon. Spent about 5 years here. I went to Nigeria, spent 8 years there. Came back in 89. So my mother is African American, and so that's pretty much what I know. Both parents aren't from Nigeria, so it is what it is. That's how it is. And so I don't see anybody half or this full African or half African. You have African in you, you're African. So I don't do the half and half. That's kind of where I'm at with my background.
So you lived in Nigeria for about 10 years?
8 years in Nigeria, yes.
Okay. And you never had it, and you never heard this word?
No, never heard a word.
That is so interesting. And that's such a good nugget to the point of this podcast. Like, this is such a good point. I think a lot of people think that this word is just so well known when it actually isn't. It's actually a word that a lot of people don't know, and specifically Nigerians. The second question, in your opinion, why do you think there's a division between Africans and African Americans?
That's not a quick question. However, so basically something around, it's there's envious between each one. One likes the other, the one doesn't like the other, however. So if one doesn't know what the culture of African is, then they're envious and they'll say stuff. They'll make fun of you. Vice versa. If Africans never been here, they haven't had a chance to come to America, then there's that too. So envious on both sides, the way I see it. So I came here in 89 and I actually was skinny for one point, and before I actually started working out, I actually got made fun of with other African Americans in my Wilson High School where I was going. So there was accent, skin was darker. I'm sure I was skinny, so there was all this Starvin' Marvin reference and all this kind of stuff, whatever. So a lot of stuff. But yeah, so I'm all past that. But that was there, and so I just had to grow out of that. So that's just how it is. Some people, there's definitely gonna be envious when it comes to African Americans, dealing with Africans or vice versa. So we have the opportunities here as African Americans, the other way around, because somebody's from Africa, they have a different, language, or they speak a certain accent. They, African Americans may say, oh, they look at them little because they figure they're not necessarily inferior, but they're not educated or whatever because they can't talk right or whatever. So there's that envious on that part too. That's just how it is sometimes.
And so what is one thing that Africans and African Americans have in common?
Well, I mean, we're all black. And we pretty much do the same thing. The dance we do, everything's the same. So it's not really, I don't really see any difference between. The only difference is one might speak a different language and from a different climate. But for the most part, I think we have the same thing. So, but yeah, everything comes from Africa. So that's just how that is.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, big bro.
No problem. Anytime.
If you think you know that you know what the word Akata means, please school me. Join me as a guest on this quest. If you like this episode, please subscribe, rate, share, and help spread the hope of unity. Ohion Zekbe, y'all. I leave you with love, joy, faith, hope, peace.
LAM.